Hello and welcome to Cash Management Training for River Bank and Trust. Today we'll be addressing pass-through files or file import for ACH origination. The first thing you'll need to do is log into Internet Banking. If you have not completed the first-time login process, please do so. If you have any questions about that, please visit the first-time login process video. Once you have logged into Internet Banking, you're going to navigate to the Cash Manager area. And for pass-through or file importation, you're going to go to the Import from File option. Once the screen loads, you will have a Select File button. What this is going to allow you to do is browse out to your computer and choose the appropriate file for this upload. The system does The system does allow for Nacha files to be uploaded as well as delimited files. Now it says CSV here because that is going to be the most common of the delimited file types that are used. After you click the Select File button, you will then choose the appropriate file. We will start with a Nacha file type. After you select any file, our system will then ask you to tell it the type of file that you have selected. In this case, it is going to be Nacha, so we'll leave that alone and click the Read File button. Once you do that, you will see the information for the file. You will then be asked to choose your company as well as your offsetting account. If you have multiple accounts set up for ACH origination, you will see them listed out here and you will choose the appropriate one. Below this information, you have a Select option and Approve option, as well as an Expand option. The Expand will allow you to see the participant or detail records that you have imported within this batch. And the Select you will use when denoting which ones you actually want to upload into Internet Banking. The Approve option here lets you choose whether or not the batch will be an approved item for the bank. That simply means that you are giving the okay for the bank to do their process of this item. If you uncheck that, it will upload as an unapproved item, which just means that the bank will not have the okay from you to process this. Once you have everything selected and it is correct, you simply choose one of the upload options here, whether it's upload selected if you have multiple batches selected, or upload all, which will upload everything on this page. The system will let you know that the batch has been uploaded, and you hit OK. Since this one was uploaded as an approved item, the bank has the OK, and you need to do nothing further. Our other file type is the delimited file. We are going to use a CSV because it is the most common. The process starts the same. You choose the file. Just this time, instead of leaving it as Nacha, we are going to select delimited. Once you choose delimited, you are going to see several options appear down here below. This is because you need to tell the system what order the file is in. There are 4 pieces of information that are required in any delimited file. That is going to be your routing number with check digit, receiver account, receiver full name, and amount. Over here to the left, we have additional information that can be inserted in there to match up with your file layout. To move those over, you select the appropriate field and click the single arrow button to move that single item. If you click on the double arrow, it will move every item from the left over to the right. When you do move the additional field, if you select on it here, you can then move it up or down into the correct spot. Now that I have set my fields in order, I'm going to go to my other options here on the right. The first one is amount excludes decimals. If your file does not have any decimals, but it does contain cents, then you will check this box, and that is going to tell the system that the two rightmost digits in the amount field are your cents. Number of header lines to skip. In this case, my example file does have one header line, so I'm going to put a 1 there, so it will skip that line and move down to line 2 to start reading the information. And then on to our delimiter. We default the comma in there because CSV is the most common type, but we do also accept tab, semicolon, vertical bar, asterisk, and caret as valid delimiter types. When all of these options are set, I would highly recommend that you come up here and, come down here to the bottom and name this as a template. What this is going to do is save you time in the future. Where instead of going through all of these steps and moving information around, you upload your file and then you would simply choose your template from the drop-down and then click Read File. So now with the template saved, we will see that in our drop-down here for future reference, which will allow us to skip the process of having to move information around. Simply choose it from the drop-down, click the Load button, and it will load in our template. Once all that's done, it's the Read File option, very similar to the Nacha. In this case, the system is telling me that my effective dates are in the past, so it's going to go ahead and bump them to the next available date. Just like with the Nacha, we are then given the opportunity to tie a company and an offsetting account. Since my CSV file did not contain an entry description, the system applies a no description tag here. We still have the select and approve options, as well as the expand option here to see the details within this batch. Again, it tells us the batch is upload, and we are done at this point if you approved it. Now, the benefit of this current system is that should any of the information have been wrong in any of the files that you uploaded, Nacha or delimited, you do have the option to go ahead and complete the upload and move to your current batches area where we will see the no-descript file here from that CSV as well as this test one, which was our Nacha file. You can click on the batch name and then move down here to edit the information in it, whether it be the effective date or the participant information, amounts, pre-notes, and so forth. If any changes are made, you simply then click the Save Batch button here, and it will update the information. And that is the process of importing a pass-through file to the bank for ACH origination.